Hey guys, thank you for tuning back in again or for showing up for the first time. My name is DanCBearded, and recently I made a video where for 45 days I did my best job possible of tracking how many beard hairs I was shedding in a day. Something really stood out to me after the video though. I had left a question for you guys to answer and many of you did, so thank you. It led to this new video today. And what really struck me is there were a lot of guys that said they did all of their shedding or primarily most of their shedding in the morning. That they didn't really lose hairs during the day or their nighttime routine or in the shower, that it was really in their morning routine. And I've never really had that experience. Of course, I lost hairs during the morning routine, had that natural shedding, but I never really thought like, oh man, all of my hair is right now in the morning until after the video. Now, the reason why it hit me after the video is not because I just started noticing it or there was like some epiphany. No, my daughter Violet, who is 11 months old, crazy that she's turning 1, that is wild. But she's 11 months old, she got sick. She had fever, she had a bunch of stuff going on. It wasn't the Rona, but essentially she had some rash. I forget the name of it, but it turns into a fever and then goes into a rash. She is all good now. Well, when she was sick, she was sleeping in our bedroom, of course. We had to keep an eye on her and she just wasn't sleeping good. Well, our bathroom is inside of our master bedroom. Now, I was not able to do my full nighttime routine during this time because I didn't want to wake her up. If she was sleeping, which was very little, I was going to be silent. So there were several nights where I just did not put anything in my beard. There were other nights where I did not get my beard fully wet or go through my normal process, and I absolutely felt it. The next mornings after those bad nighttime routines, I was shedding like I'd never experienced. Even when I got in the shower, I love to use my Chicago comb number 8, run it through my beard. I was pulling out like gobs of hair, and that has never happened to me before. So I wanted to really think about that idea and create a video for you guys and give you advice because there is natural shedding. That's going to happen. We know the white bulb at the end, but you can also increase that shedding, and that's not good. We don't want increased shedding. We don't want to lose hairs at a faster rate. That just leads to other problems down the road. So this video is going to be for anybody out there that feels like they're in the morning, they are losing more hairs than the rest of the day. I've got a couple of things that I think will help you really dial it in and really decrease that shedding. Even if it's within that normal range, let's say you're at 15 to 20, maybe these tips can get you down to 5 or 10. Losing less hairs is a good thing for your beard, even when it's natural. Tip number 1 is to dial in and maintain your nighttime routine. Now, when I went through that increased in morning shedding experience, it was primarily because my nighttime routine was suffering because of my daughter's sickness, who's back to normal now. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. She's great, smiling again, so happy to see it. But it was a good experience for me to go through. I was glad that I was able to see what that was like and kind of have like a oh type moment and then bring you guys this information. Now, we want to have a couple of rules of thumb when it comes to nighttime routines. Number 1 is make sure you are applying products to a damp beard. Now, that goes for any time, but especially at night. If you are taking a shower at night, make sure you are drying your beard to damp, applying beard oil, waiting at least 5 minutes, and then applying beard butter. It does help to wait a little bit before you put your head on the pillow so that stuff can kind of settle and absorb in. If you are not taking a nighttime shower, which is me a lot of the time, I take a morning shower and then I oftentimes don't get back to a nighttime shower, make sure you wet your beard either in the sink by just getting water, using your fingers, or like me, use a spray bottle, and then you're applying beard butter. You do not need to apply beard oil in that situation because you did not take a shower. Now, the difference is when you take a shower, the warm or hot temperatures are going to leach out and take away that oil and nourishment. You don't need to wash, you don't have to do any of that. Just simply the temperatures alone are going to remove that oil. So when you're not taking a shower, that oil, the skin should be nourished from the morning as long as you're having a quality product and you had healthy habits and all that stuff, but you don't want to overdo it and add more oil. So really dial that in, figure out what butter works for you, figure out what routine is going to work for you, how much to use. All of those things are really important when I say dial it in. There's no magic answer for everybody. Everyone's skin and beard reacts a little bit differently, and you have just different preferences. So go through trial and error. find out things, experiment a little bit, and see what works for you. Now, the second part I said was to maintain. Oh my gosh, the consistency is so important. I would bet a lot for many guys out there that are like, yeah, I lose most of my beard hairs in the morning, whether it's in the shower or in the sink. That's when they're going. I would bet most of those guys are inconsistent with their nighttime routine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not blaming anybody, but it's probably true. Those same guys are probably like, yeah, he's right. I do get a little bit lazy. I work really hard. My family's crazy. I just want to go to bed sometimes. Well, I'm telling you, it can make a big difference if you dial it in, but even more importantly, stay consistent with that nighttime routine. Number 2 is stop grooming so hard in the morning. A lot of you are getting up, you're probably going to work, you're like angry, you're like half asleep, you're putting that beard oil in there and you're really rubbing it in, you're taking your comb and you're using your muscle, you're brushing real aggressively. Hey. Let the tool do the work. Relax. Let that comb glide through. Enjoy that therapy session and just calmness. Go easy with the brush. If you're applying beard oil with your fingertips like you should be, just massage it in there nice and lightly. The more aggressive you are, the more you're going to shed and the more you're going to have premature shedding. We don't want that. Easy killer. Use it, enjoy it, and relax. Tip number 3 in our last one is something you are sick of hearing, but it is true and some of you need to listen. Drink more water during the day. The reason why you are having increased shedding in the morning is because you did not drink enough water during the day. Those hours you are sleeping at night, your body is then starting to go into that dehydration, and then as a result, in the morning, more hairs are falling out. Load yourself up with hydration during the day, lock it in with beard products at night, and then in the morning, your beard will thank you. Those hairs will be holding on longer and stronger. So increase your water intake if you are experiencing that increased morning shedding. It is for a reason, and most of us have probably been there. I really pride myself on drinking a gallon a day, but sometimes, like let's say traveling, my family lives a couple of hours away. When we travel, it's hard to get my gallon in when I have a couple hours drive there, I have a couple hours drive back, because we don't want to be peeing on a long road trip when I have 3 young kids, right? So on those days, I do suffer a little bit on the water side, and I straight up feel it the next morning when it comes to my shedding. Drink more water. Quick wrap up to end this video. First off, if you found that information helpful, please hit a thumbs up on the video. Secondly, if you are still watching and you are not subscribed to this channel, please consider it. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. Now, I need a little bit of help from everybody. Please leave a comment down below. Do you have any questions on this? Is there something that is confusing or you don't know the kind of reason behind it? I would be happy to clarify. And then also comment, have you had any experience with any of this? Was there something that you switched and dialed in and became more consistent and it made a big difference for your shedding or even just your overall beard health, right? This video is specifically for shedding. If you do those things, it will help your morning shedding out. But once you do that, it also is helping the overall beard health. So it all kind of comes together and is just making for that better man mane on your face. So thank you guys for any questions, comments down below. And of course, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. DanCBearded, stay bearded and stay positive.